I remember many years ago, I went to the wing place before it was Wicked Wings over here off of, by HEB.
Okay, yeah.
I went there. I was like, okay, the U.S. is in the World Cup. I'm going to go watch a game. Their first game. I sit down and I'm watching the game, ordering my wings. I got my beverage right there. And this guy comes sits beside me. Hey, man, you know about soccer? So I'm trying to watch the game. I got my scarf on, man. I'm ready to go. He goes, I don't understand soccer. So as we watch this, can you tell me about it? I was like, back then, I was like,
do I have to?
Just stick a fork in my forehead.
Now you're like
the perfect person. And now, if I were presented with that option, I would talk to him about it.
Sprinkle some Jesus.
That right there, because that's the gateway.
Yep.
That's the open door.
You like
Finding
way to
you know who else likes soccer? Jesus.
Well, and that's God's sport. I mean, think
right
about
there.
it. I mean, think about it. It's a sport of extreme honor. What other sport in the world do you
Are we
know?
talking the non-floppy soccer players?
Well,
or
look
the
at
floppy
LeBron James.
soccer
He's a
players?
flopper. but what other sport do you know that in the course of action, if a player is legitimately down, they kick the ball out of bounds? The opposing team will kick the ball out of bounds so they can come out and tend to that.
What if they're
player.
faking it?
It's still a sport of honor.
I like soccer. My wife
It's a
loves
sport
soccer.
of kings.
She watches all the time.
It's a sport of kings. It's a sport of champions.
Champions.
I mean, think the World Cup is held every 4 years. It's going to be in our country next year. So during the course of the tournament, I'll be in Italy, France, and Spain.
So when it comes to the United States, you're going to go?
I'm leaving. Well, see, last year when we were in Germany, the Euros were taking place.
Okay.
And the European Championships, and they were having games in Germany because I think it was like a day after we left and a day before we got there, they were playing games in Munich at Bayern Munich Stadium because we drove by that stadium on the way to Dachau.
I played soccer. I grew up in Korea. Soccer is their number one sports.
Korea's a big sport.
Right?
Soccer's
so
a big
like
sport in
my
Korea.
first ball wasn't a baseball or a football, it was soccer. A little too big for soccer. I did play.
Akeem Olajuwon plays soccer.
One of the greatest things about things that I could agree with you is how countries root for things like whole cities and countries shut down. Like it's a one big part. It's like here we have a Super Bowl. You literally
Super Bowl.
You
Green Bay shuts down, don't they? Don't they all?
I know,
go to the
but
game?
you literally create a half the country, right? We'll say percentages, right? But in other countries, it's like if they're in the World Cup or whatever, it doesn't matter how great they did or whatever. If they win, it erupts, like riots, shut down, everything.
And you
Mass
know what?
psychosis almost.
And a country doesn't even have to be playing in the World Cup for people to watch it.
Oh yeah,
There are people out in the middle of the desert with generators and satellites watching
Well,
games.
my wife watches reruns of old games all the time on the soccer channel. I'm just like,
And
what year is
so-
this one from? She's like,
That's why I tell people,
2014.
if you take the number of people that watch the Super Bowl on TV, a 7-game World Series, a 7-game NBA Finals, and you throw in the NHL, it doesn't match the TV audience for the World Cup Final.
Yeah, absolutely
because for the World Cup Final, you're looking at billion, over 1 billion people.
I remember looking that up a long time ago.
And there's no other sport that unifies. It's better than the Olympics. That unifies a country. In Spain, the Basque people want independence, but when the World Cup's going on, they all identify as being Spaniards. In Mexico, people identify with their state. Like if you're from Monterrey, you identify as being from Monterrey before you identify as being from Mexico.
Yep.
But when Mexico's playing, there are two things that unite Mexicans together: soccer and boxing.
Oh yeah.
Those are their sports. I mean, and yeah, here we go.
Well, what about this? Like in the United States, what do you think the best athletes of the United States play? Because like there's an argument. It's like if our professional athletes kind of got a base pay kind of things, it was all equal across the board on revenue, right? Like our soccer programs would be better, right? If starters of our soccer teams got LeBron James money, right? Will United States, because the United States love this country, represent this country, but in soccer wise or in football, United States is okay.
We're okay.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit below okay.
Okay, they lost to Mexico last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, I'll tell you what hurts our country with that sport is we have a pay for play system There are numerous. I've seen so many talented players in this country not be given a chance because they're poor. Only in the United States is soccer a rich white man sport. Around the world, I got news for people. Messi didn't grow up with money. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't grow up with money. David Beckham didn't grow up with money. Wayne Rooney didn't grow up with money. I mean, some of the best players in the world grew up in abject poverty. Pele grew up playing with shirts tied up in a bundle and kicking cantaloupes and watermelons because they didn't have the money. And I mean, only in the United States is it a rich sport, and we don't identify the best possible players. And selection
Absolutely.
of teams can be somewhat political. But if you look at like Cal Ripken Jr., the consecutive games streak guy, attributes his longevity to growing up playing soccer. Because when his dad was a manager of the minor league team in Arlington and Fort Worth, he grew up playing soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Christian Okoye played soccer.
Nigerian
Hakeem
nightmare.
Olajuwon played soccer. The new, these guys, from these other countries, Steve Nash played in the NBA, was equally as good a soccer player.
Oh yeah.
About the
And-
right
Oh
size
yeah.
for
He was really good. He was
you
a
know
really
what-
good soccer player.
You know what Steve Nash is doing now?
Soccer coach.
He's working with an organization that I'm familiar with that is converting basketball courts to futsal courts, soccer courts,
Yeah.
where
and-
it's multi-purpose courts, and he's heavily involved in it.